Shadows by the Bridge. Chapter 5. The rain drummed harder now, a steady rhythm against the bridge, as Lami stood there, her sharp smile cutting through the mist. Her words hung in the air, "I know who did it," and my chest tightened, rage and desperation clawing at me. Felicia's scarf was still clenched in my fist, damp and heavy, a lifeline to her last moments. Uduak shifted beside me, his stance wary, ready to move if this went south. The bridge felt like a trap, the dark water below whispering threats. "Who?" I demanded, stepping closer, my voice rough. "Who killed her?" "Tiwa." "Remy." "You?" Lami didn't flinch, her eyes locked on mine, cold and calculating. "You're asking the wrong questions, Frank. It's not about who pulled the trigger or drove the car. It's about why." Felicia stuck her nose where it didn't belong, and she paid for it. "You're on the same path. Don't play games with me," I snapped, shoving the scarf into my pocket and pointing at her. "You show up here, on this bridge, talking like you own the truth. If you didn't kill her, then tell me who did, or get out of my way." She tilted her head, her smile fading into something harder. "You think you can handle it? The people behind this don't blink at blood. Alpha Holdings, the Ogun Banjos, it's bigger than you can imagine." Felicia found a thread, pulled it, and it unraveled her life. "I'm giving you a chance to walk away." "Walk away?" My laugh was bitter, raw. She was my wife? 3 years I've lived with this hoe, and now I've got her scarf, her files, a name, Tiwa. You think I'm stopping because you say so? Uduak stepped up, his voice low but firm. "Lady, if you've got something to say, spit it out. We're not here for riddles." Lami's gaze flicked to him, then back to me. She reached into her pocket, and my muscles tensed, ready for a weapon. But she pulled out a slim envelope, holding it out. "This is your warning, Frank. Take it, read it, and think hard. You've got till tomorrow night to back off. After that, I can't promise you'll see the sunrise." I snatched the envelope, my fingers brushing hers, cold, steady. "What's this?" "Threats. Payoff. Answers," she said simply. "Not all of them, but enough to show you what you're up against." Felicia didn't listen. "Don't make her mistake." She turned, walking back to her sedan, her heels clicking a steady beat. The car door slammed, the engine purred, and she was gone, taillights fading into the rain. I stood there, the envelope in my hand, its edges already softening in the damp air. Uduak let out a breath, running a hand through his wet hair. "She's trouble, Frank," he said. That cool as ice act. "She's not bluffing." "I know," I muttered, tearing the envelope open. Inside was a single sheet of paper, typed, no signature. It read, "Alpha Holdings is a mask. Tiwa knows the face behind it. Ask her about the ledger. But beware, Remy doesn't forgive betrayal." Third Mainland was just the start. My blood ran cold. A ledger. Another piece, another name, Tiwa again. And Remy, looming like a shadow over it all. This wasn't just a hit and run, it was a hit, planned, deliberate. Felicia had been targeted, and Lami knew it. "Ledger," Uduak said, reading over my shoulder. "What's that about?" "Something Felicia found," I said, folding the paper and shoving it into my pocket with the scarf. "Something worth killing for. Tiwa's the key. She met Felicia here, and she's still out there." "So what's the move?" he asked, his eyes searching mine. "You trust this Lami woman?" "No," I said, staring out at the dark water. "But she's scared enough to warn me. That means I'm close. We find Tiwa, we find the ledger, whatever it is, and we get to Remy." Uduak nodded, but his jaw tightened. "This is getting messy, man. You're poking a lion's den." "Let it roar," I said, turning back to the car. I've got nothing left to lose. The drive home was silent, the rain a constant companion. Back in the flat, I spread out what I had, the scarf, the thumb drive, the note. Pieces of a puzzle, jagged and incomplete. Tiwa was my next step, but Lami's warning echoed in my head. Tomorrow night. A deadline, a threat. I didn't know who Lami was, ally, enemy, or something in between, but she'd lit a fire under me. Felicia's death wasn't an accident, and I was running out of time to prove it. The flat was quiet, save for the faint drip of a leak in the ceiling, a reminder of the rain that wouldn't quit. I sat at the kitchen table, the pieces of Felicia's life spread out before me, the scarf, the thumb drive, Lami's cryptic note. My eyes burned from lack of sleep, but I couldn't stop. Tiwa was the thread I needed to pull next. She'd met Felicia by that bridge, sent those banner texts, emailed about Alpha Holdings. If anyone knew what the ledger was, or where it was, it'd be her. Udua crashed on the couch, snoring lightly, his jacket still damp from the bridge. I envied his ability to switch off, even for a moment. Me, I was wired, my mind racing through every file on that thumb drive, every word Lami had said. Tiwa knows the face behind it. That line stuck with me. Alpha Holdings was a front, and Tiwa had the truth, or part of it. But who was she? A lawyer. A fixer. Someone inside the Ogombanjo circle. I opened the laptop again, pulling up the email from the thumb drive. Tiwa, I need proof Alpha is clean. If this goes south, we are both exposed. Felicia's words, desperate, urgent. The reply, meet me. We'll sort it. Don't tell anyone. Was dated October 18, 2022. 5 days before the crash. I checked the email address, tiwa.k@outlook.com. Generic, untraceable unless I could crack it. I didn't have the skills for that, but I knew someone who might. I grabbed my phone and dialed Bola, an old friend from university. She was a tech whiz, freelancing now, always bragging about hacking into systems for fun. It rang twice before her sleepy voice answered. Frank. It's 2 a.m., man. What's the emergency? Bola, I need a favor, I said, keeping my voice low so I wouldn't wake Uduak. Can you trace an email? I've got an address, but it's vague. I need a name, a location, anything. She groaned, but I heard the rustle of her sitting up. You owe me big for this. What's the address? tiwa.k@outlook.com. It's tied to something personal. Felicia's death. A pause, then her tone softened. Okay, Frank. Send me what you've got. I dig, but no promises. Outlook's a beast to crack without more juice. Give me till morning. Thanks, Bola, I said, hanging up. I forwarded her the email screenshot, then leaned back, staring at the ceiling. Morning felt a lifetime away, but it was a start. Uduak stirred, blinking awake. Who you talking to? Bola, I said. She's tracing Tiwa's email. Might give us a lead. He sat up, rubbing his eyes. Good. What's the plan if she finds her? We track her down, I said, tapping the note from Lami. This ledger, it's the key. Tiwa's got it, or knows where it is. We get to her before Lami's deadline hits. He nodded, but his brow furrowed. And Remy? She's in this deep. Lami said she doesn't forgive betrayal. What if she's watching? Then we watch harder, I said, my voice still. Felicia crossed her, and she's dead. I'm not letting that slide. The hours crawled by. I paced, brewed more coffee, reread the thumb drive files until my eyes blurred. At 7 a.m., my phone buzzed, Bola. I answered fast. What you got? Morning to you too, she said, her voice brighter now. Your tea was careful, but not careful enough. That email's linked to a phone number, registered to a Tiwa Kolowo. Last pinged the tower in Lekki Phase 1 yesterday. I've got an address too, a flat off Admiralty Way. Sending it now. My heart raced. Tiwa Kolowo. A name, a place. You're a lifesaver, Bola. Yeah, buy me lunch sometime, she said, hanging up. Uduak was already up, peering at the address on my screen. Lekki. Fancy spot. She's got money, or connections. Or both, I said, grabbing my keys. Let's go. The drive to Lekki was tense, the morning traffic snarling around us. The address led to a sleek apartment block, glass and chrome, security at the gate. I parked across the street, watching. How do we play this? Uduak asked. Straight, I said. We ask for Tiwa Kolowo. If she's there, we talk. If not, we wait. We approached the gate, and I buzzed the intercom. A woman's voice crackled through, clipped and cautious. Who's this? Frank Edoja, I said, steady. I'm here about Felicia. I need to speak to Tiwa Kolowo. Silence, then a sharp intake of breath. Wait there. Minutes later, the gate burst open, and a woman stepped out, mid-30s, slim, with short hair and a guarded stare. She wore a simple blouse and jeans, but her posture screamed control. I'm Tiwa, she said, crossing her arms. What do you want? I held up the thumb drive. Answers. About Alpha Holdings. About the ledger. About why my wife's dead by that bridge after meeting you. Her eyes widened, just for a second, before she masked it. You don't know what you're asking. Get in your car and go home, Frank. For your own sake. No, I said, stepping closer. Felicia's dead because of this. You're going to tell me everything, or I keep digging until I bury you with it. Tiwa's jaw tightened, and for a moment, I thought she'd slam the gate in my face. Then she sighed, glancing around. Inside. Now. Before someone sees.